Hey guys, what's up? My name is Aryahna if you're new here, and if you're a returning subscriber, what's up? So today I will be filming and showing you all how to edit on iMovie. Now we all know iMovie in itself doesn't even really come with anything. It's very bland, the titles are bland, they don't really come with much. So you kind of have to add stuff here and there from outside sources to kind of make it look, you know, nice and spice it up. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's get into it. To start even editing, you're just going to drag your clip or whatever clip you're using into iMovie. As you can see, I already inserted mine, so it loaded, it's all good. The next thing I do is just you import your clip onto the bottom. So you see how the clip is going smaller to larger. Just an easy way to do this, you kind of pinch outwards to really get the detailed clips, and you pinch inward to make it shorter. When I first start editing, I import the video and I just go through the video and just cut out all the stuff that I don't really like, or like the little pauses and stuff like that. As you just saw, I split the clip and then I unsplit the clip. How to do that is you can click or move the cursor wherever you feel like you want to clip the video. You're gonna press Command B, that's for split. Now let's say you split by accident. Undo is Command Z. Let's say this clip you want to copy, so you're going to do Command C and paste somewhere else, Command V. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is how to do the little zoom in portion where it adds that little extra effect of, like, I guess you can say suspense or just emphasis on like what you're saying. We're going to do Command B to split whatever clip that you want to zoom in. You're going to highlight it and you're going to bring your cursor up to the top and click this little square cropping icon, and you're gonna click crop to fill. And then you kind of just, if you want that little emphasis, you'll just do like a little bit. Once you're done, you click the check, so it'll just do this little, there you go. But let's say if you want closer, you just go back and you zoom in however close you want the zoom in to be. For Ken Burns, it's basically the same thing, but there's a start finish. So here's Ken Burns. So this is the start. Let's say you want to start full screen. So you just open it up full screen, you click end, and let's say you want to end zooming into your face. So then, boom, it'll just slowly zoom into your face, and then that's that. Let's say you want to go side to side. Minimize start. Let's say you want to start somewhere else. You go to end and you put end wherever you want the emphasis, and then, but now it's moving from side to side. So the next thing that we're gonna do is how to speed up clips and speed down clips. So let's make another clip, Command B, Command B. Let's say this is the portion that we want to speed up. So you're gonna go up here, move your cursor up here to this little speed icon. Click speed, go over to the drop down menu, so you have normal, slow, fast, freeze frame, and custom. So we're going to talk about freeze frame, but first let's just do the basics. Click slow. Now you see it's a little turtle, and you'll know, let's say by mistake you click slow and you wanted fast. If you're looking at your footage and you see the turtle, it's going to mean slow, and then for fast there's a rabbit. So boom, there you go. Now we have slow. And you can also, right here, choose what percent. So if you want 10%, 25%, 50%. So now we're going to go to fast, and it's the same thing. 2 times fast, 4 times fast, 8 times fast, and 20 times fast. We're going to get into the reverse a little bit later. That's for the transitions and the cool stuff, so stay tuned for that. Next, freeze frames. That's kind of like when you're talking and then you say something and it pauses, and then you want to say something on top of that paused frame to kind of add like a background story, or kind of like just a little bit of commentary. You want to add a little bit of commentary that you forgot to add in the video. So basically, Command B, and you highlight the clip that you want freeze framed. Go to the speed icon, drop down, freeze frame, and within the freeze frame there's this little hand icon. This right here is basically how long you want the freeze frame to be. So you just kind of move that, and then when you play, it freezes for this middle portion right here. So you just move it as long as you want or as short as you want, and that's the portion that's gonna freeze for that entire time. So we're gonna move on to audio and music. So for audio and music, you're gonna go and click any clip that this applies to, and you're gonna move your cursor up to the volume icon. Click the volume icon. So as you can see, you can click this little box and it'll mute the whole entire clip. Click it again to unmute, or you can adjust the volume right here. So usually I just keep mine at 100, which is just what it is when it's imported. But let's say sometimes you record and you just feel like the audio is way too loud, you can go and adjust and lower it to whatever you feel is comfortable for you and for the listener. The next thing that we're going to get into is how to download music. To download music, you're going to open up Google YouTube Converter. This is the website that I usually use to convert my music, and let's go to YouTube, do DJ Quad. DJ Quad has a lot of good non-copyrighted music, so let's just go there and then pick a song. Okay, boom, here's a song. All right, so you're gonna copy the link, go back, paste, make sure it's on MP3, convert. You're gonna click download. It's gonna appear on the bottom. I'll just take it and boom, add it to iMovie. Once you add your music, same thing for audio adjustments apply. You click, you go to sound, you can put the percentage as high as you want, as low as you want, but just make sure it's a decent percentage so it's not blowing people's ears off or they're like having such a hard time that they can't hear. Usually to kind of ease your music in, so there's this huge double arrows going left and right, and if you go up a little bit to this little circle right here, there's a little arrow left and right, and that little arrow is used for fade in and fade out. So if you play from the beginning, you see how the music just kind of starts blatantly without a smooth transition, or you can go back where the many arrows are and you kind of move it to where you feel is comfortable for it to fade in properly. So now it's quiet and then it slowly fades in.
Hey guys, what's up? My name's Aryahna if you're new here, and if you're a returning subscriber, what's up?
So yeah, once it's towards the end of the video, you just fade out so that way it can kind of end on like a peaceful note, like a calm note. iMovie comes with different sound effects, so you're gonna click auto, click the drop down menu, and then you're going to click, well, there's two different ones, regular sound effects and then iLife sound effects. I mean, they're all sound effects, it just depends on what specific sound effects you want. But let's say there's not, you go to YouTube, type in the sound effect that you're looking for. A lot of the times it's kind of hard because they're mashed up with other ones, so you kind of have to download it and clip the specific sound effect you want, or you just get close to it, one that's close to it. But you do the same process, go to YouTube, copy the link that you want, go to YouTube Converter and download it. Now we're gonna do the green screen effects and the overlay effects and the wording effects. Now let's say we want to have a very throwback overlay, so just type in VHS overlay, and it's the first one. And you kind of have to, there's always different kinds with different dates, different fonts. So you just kind of have to look and see which one you want. Let's see, let's do this one. All right, so we're gonna do Command C for copying the link. Go back, convert next to restart on the same YouTube Converter. Paste, but click MP4, so it's for video. Click convert. Wait for it to initialize. Download. We're gonna take the green screen overlay that we just downloaded and add it on top. I don't know what all this extra stuff is right here, but we're just gonna do Command B, delete. They're giving you two options, but for now we're just gonna use this first option. So as you can see, there's a green background. You're probably like, how do I get rid of the green background? You're gonna click the effect. You're gonna move your cursor up into this two boxes, the video overlay settings. Click that. Then you're gonna click green/blue screen. This will take out the blue screen, and now you're going to have the overlay on top. And I clearly just heard music, so make sure when you download overlays, you put that volume all the way down to 0 because you don't want that to interfere with your video. So as you can see, boom. And this also applies to basically any green screen background or any overlay. So even if you want to add like the little Instagram pop-ups or your Snapchat handles or Twitter handles, all of those is the same process. You just make sure the screen is green, add what you want to add, bring it to iMovie, and then you do the whole process with the overlay green/blue screen option. So now for wording. In my opinion, these iMovie titles suck. I personally don't like them. I just don't like how all of them have the fade in, fade out effect. Like it's not like pop. It doesn't, go on the screen. It kind of has this fade in, fade out effect, which I don't like. So what I like to use is Keynote. So we're gonna click on Keynote, new document. So there's standard and wide. Make sure you click wide because it gives the same dimensions as your YouTube video instead of standard, which is just pretty square. So it's gonna zoom in more than you want it to. So click wide. We're gonna click, it doesn't matter, you can click black or white. The color's gonna change anyways. So let's just zoom out. So pinching in. On the side, we're going to click this little arrow here, drop down. You're gonna click the color wheel, go all the way to white first, and then you're gonna go all the way to lime green. Just do titles. So boom, you have titles there. So make it the size you want. Click it. Over here, you can choose the different fonts. We're gonna go with this. You can choose regular, oblique, bold, all that stuff, whatever font you choose. So then you can choose your size, and then you can choose your color. I'm gonna keep mine as white. And you can also change the spacing. This is for if you have a little bit more, if you have more wording, not just one word. You have the option of having animations to your wordings. So let's say I want to do titles, right? But I don't just want it to pop. Let's say I want it to do typewriter effect. Go to the top right and click animate. For build in, you're going to do add an effect. They have all these different effects. They're all super cool, but I personally like typewriter. So boom. And then you can change, it'll let you preview it. You can change how fast or how slow you want the typewriter to be. 1 second. Yeah, boom. 1 second. You can choose forward, backward, from center, from edges, random, all that stuff. So, but I'm just going to leave mine as forward, and boom. That's it. So we're going to go to the top. You're going to click the top left. You're going to click File, Export to. You're going to do Movie, so that way it can do the typewriter effect. Make sure it's in 1080p. Right here where it says go to next slide after or go to next build after, this is how long you want the video, the wording to be. So if you want it short, it can just type out, boom, then disappear, type out, and stay there for however long you want. So you can leave it, or you can put however many seconds you want. I'm just gonna leave it at 5 because we don't need it that long for now. We're gonna save it as titles and save it to desktop. I like saving things to desktop because it's just right there. You grab it, boom. Export, wait for it to save. So there's titles. So we're gonna drag titles in here. So as you can see, the same thing with the green screen overlay. It was green at first, but now when you play it back, you have the VHS. So we're basically going to do the same thing with titles. You're going to click titles, move your cursor up to the overlay settings, click down in the drop down bar and click green, blue screen, and then boom. Now it's going to type in, boom, titles. So I'm going to start off with the basic transitions first. So we'll just do this part here since it's already cut. You're going to go to transitions. So usually I just use slide. So you're going to take slide left and insert it between the two clips that you want the transition to be into. And then boom, now you have a slide. Now, you see how it just goes kind of slow? I like to speed mine up so it's kind of like a fast-paced thing. So you're going to double click the transition icon and change the duration. Usually I just do mine to 0.2 and then hit enter or click apply. Actually, that's a little fast. Let's probably do 0.4. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So it's an emphasis, but it's also not too fast where you get like a headache or whatever. You're gonna choose the portion where you want to do the reverse. So since I'm doing a lot of moving here, we can do this little portion right here. And you want the clip to be short because you want it to be like a boom, boom, boom. You don't want it to be boom, boom, boom. And it's like slow. You want it to be back to back. So we're just gonna zoom out. There we go. I'm gonna stop right there. Perfect. So it's about 1 second. You cut the small clip, right? So what you're gonna do is copy. You're gonna paste it 2 more times. So paste, paste. For the middle video, that's where you're gonna take your cursor, move it up to the speed icon, and you're gonna click reverse. So when you play it back, this is what you get. To even add a little bit of an extra emphasis on the effect, you go to speed again, click the drop down, and you click fast and do 2 times. So now this is what it's gonna look like. So that's how you do the reverse portion. That's pretty much all the tips and tricks I have for iMovie. I believe that's all of them. But overall, just to have like nice aesthetic videos, for me, what I always tell people and what I always tell myself is you just have to, the edit has to make you feel good. I don't know if that's gonna make sense. Like I really try to feel the vibes of the certain video that I'm doing and really bring it all together, and it's like it's more of a feel-good vibe versus, oh, I just want to put this out to put it out, if that makes sense. So keep that in mind too, as well as you're editing. Just get your creative juices flowing and just edit where it makes you feel good and it looks good and all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it, and I hope all these tips and tricks helped you guys for your iMovie videos. Bye!